What's going on? And welcome to the Diaspora Show. I'm your host, DJ Cadero. What's good? What's good? What's going on? It is a Tuesday, Top 10 Tuesday here on the Diaspora Show on 87.9 The Culture, where hip-hop and R&B lives. For those that don't know, this is how the Diaspora Show works. First, I give you guys the top stories on the Diaspora News. That's top stories from Africa, Caribbean, and anywhere else that the African diaspora is centered. That's the Diaspora Show. Then I give you guys words of wisdom through the African proverb of the day. No, the African proverb of the day. That's top stories, or excuse me, that's words of wisdom through an affirmation or a life lesson, huh? How you like that? How you like that? After that, I give you guys the best beats, the best vibes, the best melodies, because I am the baddest Afro DJ in the game, And with it being Tuesday, June 16, 2026, that means that I'm giving you guys the top 10 Afrobeat hits of the week. Does that sound good, huh? Does that sound like a plan? Does that sound like something that you can handle? If so, come along with me. Let me stop yapping. Let's get into the Diaspora News. Come on.
Live from 879 Studios in Omaha, Nebraska. This is Diaspora News with your anchor, DJ Cadero.
That's me. Let's get into it. What's up? What up? What's going on, man? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Yeah. It is Tuesday morning here in the Midwest of the United States of America. Wherever it is where you're at, I hope you guys are having a great time. As far as yesterday, man, yesterday was something else in the soccer world, FIFA World Cup kicked off last week, and Monday's games were exciting. We'll be talking about that on the Diaspora News, as well as there was a new embassy, an African embassy opened up in the Mideast, the newest. And we'll discuss that. First things first, man, I just want to say thank you guys. Thank you guys for always tuning in. You guys might have gotten an alert earlier today. My interview last week with AI and branding expert Grant McGaw. That is now on demand. So I wasn't able to upload that last Thursday on the 11th, but this morning it is now available on demand. So you can go ahead, and if you took notes and maybe you missed a few things, you can go back to the episode. So in the app itself is the Cadero section. So DJ Cadero section, and I have my on-demand episodes. These are episodes that I feel like you guys should be able to listen to at any time at your convenience. Also at your convenience, we have a group chat. So if you want to share your thoughts and ideas during this show and any of our other shows and programs for our DJs and personalities, go ahead and click on the group chat tab, create a username and password for yourself. You can be anybody. Just keep a password, but the username, try to keep it as appropriate as you can. That way you can share your thoughts. And I read the chat. I read the comments, believe it or not. Speaking of, Lita's in the chat. She says, "What up, Cadero? What up, Lita? What's up? What 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 up?" All right. With anything else? Oh yeah. Yesterday on yesterday's show, I said over the weekend, somebody from Fargo, North Dakota, saw me, met me, said, "Hey, I listened to your show." I said, "No way." And they was like, "Yeah." And then they did the intro. They did my intro. So big shout out to Fargo. Big shout out to Dang from Fargo, North Dakota. Come on, Midwest. The rest of the Midwest, I see you guys sleeping. Come on, man. Come on, Sioux Falls. How's Fargo going to be giving me more love than you guys? What's going on with you, Omera? Come on. Sioux Falls, what's going on? Fargo is beating you. Minneapolis, what's going on? How come you see these three Midwest cities, Fargo is beating you guys as far as the Diaspora Show. What's going on? Very shameful. You should be ashamed of yourselves. No, I'm playing, man. Big shout out to all the people from the Midwest. But yes, big shout out to Fargo. I did not know that you guys were tuned in like that. All right, so let's go ahead and start off with our first story. It takes us to East Africa and the Mid East. There was a deal. All right. In the Horn of Africa, Somaliland has officially opened a new embassy in Israel. Believe it or not, yes, a new embassy in Israel has opened for the breakaway country region known as Somaliland. To understand why this matters, we must look at the history. So Somaliland is separate from Somalia, okay? I know my Somalis are listening. Again, I'm just telling a story. Please feel free to get in the chat and let me know. But Somaliland broke away from Somalia back in 1991. And since then, it's had its own government, army, and currency, its own money. Its own money, dollar bill. But yet the world doesn't see it as an independent country. So opening this embassy is a major push for global recognition. Somaliland hopes that Israel will help it gain official status on the world stage. Let's go ahead and get on the ground because I'm sure you're still confused. What is Somaliland? What does Israel have to do with this? Even me, myself. Let's go ahead and listen in on the ground.
Somaliland has officially opened its embassy in Jerusalem, marking a major milestone in relations with Israel and a significant diplomatic breakthrough for the self-declared republic. The inauguration took place during the first ever state visit to Israel by Somaliland President Mohamed Abdullahi. Israeli Foreign Minister Gideon Saar welcomed the leader in Jerusalem, describing the visit as historic and saying he was proud to help write the first chapter of relations between the two sides. For Somaliland, the embassy opening represents a diplomatic victory and could strengthen its campaign for broader international recognition.
Once again, if you're just tuning in, I'm DJ Cadero, and this is the Diaspora Show here on 87.9 The Culture, where hip-hop and R&B lives. This is the Diaspora News segment of the show where we break down the top stories going on in Africa, the Caribbean, anywhere else the African diaspora is centered. We're getting into our first story. Somaliland, the breakaway region / autonomous state, has opened up an embassy in Israel. So for Israel, this deal expands its influence in East Africa. The Horn of Africa is a key shipping route, and also it's a key route to Israel's enemies, huh? You're probably wondering, how many other enemies does Israel have? You don't have enough time of the day. But just know that the Houthi rebels that operate inside the country of Yemen sits directly across from Somaliland. And so Israel might be looking to militarily have an advantage point with their aim directly at Yemen, the Houthi rebels. So this move creates tension, though, because Somalia, yes, Somalia, different from Somaliland, Somalia still claims that Somaliland is its country. Somalia views this new bond between Israel and Somaliland as a threat to its unity. And neighbors like Djibouti and Egypt are also watching closely. Egypt has came out publicly and said that we will not allow anybody to interfere with Somalia's sovereignty. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are, huh? Is this a good thing for Somaliland? You know, first now getting international recognition from Israel, and then opening up an embassy, and maybe in the future becoming accepted by the United Nations? Or do you feel that this is a bad move for Somaliland because of maybe, just maybe, on how Israel might use its influence and might be looking at Somaliland as a bargaining chip? Let me know. Let's get into our second and last story. That's right, we only got two stories here. We go to the World Cup, huh? The World Cup! Yes. So Thursday, June 11th, 2026 was when the World Cup 2026 kicked off. And since then, man, these games have been exciting. And I'm not just saying that. Seriously, these games have been exciting. A lot of games so far have ended up in a tie, but we talk about Cape Verde. Most of you probably haven't heard of Cape Verde. or Cabo Verde if you speak Portuguese. It's an island nation off of the west coast of Africa. Probably the closest nation to that island nation is Senegal. But yes, Cape Verde, a whole island nation that is home to not more than 600,000 people, pulled off a stunning football miracle. They played Spain, who are arguably supposed to be among the 2 or 3 countries that are supposed to win the FIFA World Cup this year. And guess what? Guess what Cape Verde did? Again, this is Cape Verde's first time ever in the World Cup. Yesterday they played Spain and they held Spain to 0. Cape Verde also didn't score, but they held Spain to 0. They had a 40-year-old goalie. Well, they have a 40-year-old goalie that saved 7 goals. He saved 7 goals, guys. This matters because Spain, again, is a football giant. They've won the world titles and feature some of the best players on earth, including Lamine Yamal, who is here in the next couple of years probably going to be the best player on earth. Sorry, Mbappe fans and Dembele fans. But again, Cape Verde is an island nation of just over 500,000 people. On paper, Spain should have easily won. But the Cape Verde Blue Sharks, yes, literally, that's their mascot, is the Blue Sharks. They played with incredible heart. How about this? Man, for those that don't know, Cape Verde actually has, because it's such a small country, they actually have more of a diaspora, meaning that they have more people that live outside the country than inside the country. And one of their hubs outside of Cape Verde in the United States is Boston, Massachusetts, and Providence, Rhode Island in the East Coast. And we're going to go onto the ground. We're going to go to our affiliates to let you guys see, and well, you guys aren't going to be able to see it, but you guys are going to be able to hear what it was like once the clock went to 0 and the game ended and they held off Spain. Let's take a listen.
Oh, we don't know what to say. We're a tiny country, and to play on a big stage like this against a powerhouse like Spain and draw is unbelievable. I'm proud. I think the whole country's proud. We had a huge fan base here today, and it speaks a lot about who we are as a group of people.
I'm actually happy because everybody knows we're the underdogs. Everyone was expecting that Spain was going to win like 7-0. It's our first time in the World Cup, first game. Very excited. All Cape Verdeans were proud of the tie. We'll take it.
Right now, I'm a little bit depressed, and I didn't like the fact that everyone from Cabo Verde was celebrating this as if they won when they actually just got a tie. But let's see. Sometimes you start off with the wrong foot and you win. So we still have time.
26 opportunities to score and 0 goals is kind of crazy. But I think the other team's keeper was very good.
Cabo Verde is strong, and it's a symbolic win for Cabo Verde. We have to see what happened with Cabo Verde because it's a great team. So it's a surprise of Mundial.
In the summer of soccer, Cape Verde is celebrating a score of 0-0 in their first ever World Cup match.
A result like that may not seem like a reason to party, but when it's against a team considered one of the best in the world, battling them to a draw is stunning.
Barbara Ron was at a watch party in Pawtucket today to capture the excitement. Barbara?
Big celebration on Monday afternoon after Cape Verde came to a draw with Spain. Cape Verdeans here in Rhode Island are ecstatic.
Somaliland, the country, now we're the top of the world.
No score in a game against the European champions got Cape Verdeans in Pawtucket celebrating what they consider to be a win.
We are a small country, but with the biggest energy.
I feel great! I feel the top of the world with the Cape Verdean!
Whether they were born in the United States or in the small island of Cape Verde, these fans showed nothing but love and pride for their team and country.
We are feeling amazing, and being born home, coming here at 9 years old, this feels amazing. And the coach is from where we're from, where I was born. That's where the coach is from, is where we were born.
Ever since I could understand soccer, even though I wasn't born in Cape Verde, my parents are football Cape Verdean, so I'm always going to support them.
According to the Pawtucket Mayor Don Grebian, there were approximately 500 people at the Pawtucket watch party.
We have such a high population of Cape Verdean folks. The Cape Verdean community is so strong here. It's unbelievable. So to support them, to be able to come out here, support the vendors and the small businesses, and thank God the weather held out.
Small businesses like the food truck Slater Perk say World Cup events like this one have been a big boost to business.
We sell out every single day, so we didn't used to do that. We are like a farm fresh kind of thing, so we do tend to get close to, but this has definitely been awesome.
Cape Verde's next match will be against Uruguay on Sunday the 21st, and the fans here tell me they are ready. Reporting in Pawtucket, Barbara Ron, 12 News.
Grainger offers professional-grade products.
Once again, if you're just joining in, I'm DJ Cadero. This is the Diaspora Show here on the Diaspora. This is the Diaspora News on the Diaspora Show on 87.9 The Culture, where hip-hop and R&B lives. Excuse me. And what you guys are hearing is me getting into the second story. Again, Cape Verde men's soccer team in the World Cup shocked the world yesterday as they held Spain to 0 goals. Again, they also didn't score. Cape Verde men's national team, the Blue Sharks, but nobody was expecting Cape Verde to score, but nobody was expecting Cape Verde to hold Spain to a 0 score as well. One British analyst had predicted before the game that Spain would score not 1, not 2, not 3, but 7 goals. Seven goals. He said, there's no way. He said, there's no way that Spain doesn't just obliterate this team. And then asked afterwards, he said that he said that he wasn't going to apologize for his remarks, but he was wrong. He admitted that he was wrong, but he wasn't going to apologize. But nonetheless, big shout out to Cape Verde. Cape Verde. Again, if you're Cape Verdean, man, stand up. Hold on. Let me. Woo! Hey, congratulations, Cape Verde, man. Once again, Cape Verde is only a nation island off of the west coast of Africa. About 500,000 people, man, give or take maybe 20, 30,000. They actually have a bigger diaspora than they do people living in the country. Man, Cape Verde. For those that are probably wondering, like Cape Verdeans, I mentioned Lita in the chat says, Kadera, don't be giving out pre-commercial ads for people. I mean, yeah, you know, you're my producer is only so quick with his hands, so I'll have a talk with him during the upcoming music break. But back to this, Cape Verde, guys. I want to say this again. Cape Verde, big congratulations. This is their first time ever in the World Cup and their first match against a former champion, but also one of the safer picks to win the World Cup this year. They held them to 0. So Cape Verde's United States diaspora is mainly concentrated in Boston, Mass, and Providence, Rhode Island, is what I said earlier. Got a big community in Boston, Mass. So you're probably wondering, are there some famous Cape Verdeans that maybe you've never heard of? Yeah. Let me give you guys a refresher. For those that grew up on hip hop, you probably remember the oops. You know what? I'm going to try to sing, but it's not going to work. But yeah, Blue Cantrell, huh? I know for the longest time people thought that Blue Cantrell was Faith Evans. I know that I had family members that were like, is that Faith Evans? Did she change her name? But yeah, no, Faith Evans and Blue Cantrell. I remember one of my uncles saying, I've never seen Faith Evans and Blue Cantrell in the same room. But no, Blue Cantrell is a Cape Verdean. Also, some famous Cape Verdeans, Benzino and his daughter Coila Ray. Huh? Benzino, the guy that you guys are always making fun of his appearance. Benzino, I don't want any smoke, man. Please. Maybe I want some smoked duck, smoked fish that you guys absolutely are known for you guys' cuisine. But no, I don't want any problems with you, Benzino. But Benzino and his daughter Coila Ray, they're Cape Verdeans. Also, Amber Rose, huh? Did you guys know that, huh? Bald head Amber Rose, huh? I know that Amber Rose is more famous now for other things, but yes, Cape Verdean. Yes. How you guys like that, huh? So, as far as World Cup matches for today, let me do this, man, because I don't think you guys understand. Today at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, tell your grandma, go to bed. Tell your grandpa, go to the garage and work on whatever it is that you're working on, because you need absolute undivided attention to today's 2 p.m. World Cup game.
DJ Cadero, why do I need to tell my grandmother to go to bed?
Because this is the match of the week. I'm going to call it. This is the match of the week. It's France and Senegal.
Do me a favor, please.
Woo!
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
I'm dead serious. France and Senegal, guys. This game is packed with history. Senegal beat France back in the 2002 World Cup. Did you guys know that? And that win is still celebrated across Africa. To this day, I still have an uncle that talks about that. Senegal beat France back in 2002. Woo! And then France is one of the three countries, if not the only country that most football analysts have that's going to win the entire World Cup. And Senegal's playing them. At 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, Senegal aims to repeat the history of beating France like they did back in 2002. And they have a fast and physical squad full of players that play in the Premier League, Champions League, La Liga, Serie A. France brings a world-class lineup as well, guys. Don't get it confused, huh? Kylian Mbappe, and then last year's 2025 Ballon d'Or Golden Boot winner, Dembele. But make no mistake about it, Senegal's working with some heavy hitters as well. Captain Sadio Mane, huh? Come on, guys, huh? Sadio Mane is leading the Senegal. I think they're the Lions. You know, I could be wrong, but Edward Mendy, huh? And Koulibaly. Ah, man, I'm doing my best to pronounce some of these names. I'm from East Africa, not West Africa, but nonetheless, these are some players. If you look through the Senegalese roster, these guys play for, you know, clubs like Everton, Nice, Chelsea, PSG, some top tier clubs. So, hey! Again, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, France and Senegal play. And let me go ahead and I don't even know where the game is supposed to be at. Give me a moment here. Let me. Now I know why Mr. Soul says slow typer, huh? Let's see where this game is gonna be at. Oh, oh my God! I gotta. Producer, can you silence the music? The game is in New York City. At MetLife Stadium, man. New York, New Jersey. I told you guys that Cape Verde has a African diaspora community in Boston, Mass, and Providence, Rhode Island. Senegal's African diaspora is concentrated in New York, specifically Harlem, man. For those that went to college during the 2010s, you know, one of the Senegalese out of Harlem that you guys knew best was Mo Bamba. I got oh calling a young player phone is all the yeah, Sheck West. Sheck West is Senegalese from Harlem, huh? And then basketball star Mo Bamba. I think he last played for the Orlando Magic. Maybe he still plays for them. But Mo Bamba also is Senegalese from Harlem as well. But yes, Sheck West. Eesh! France, Senegal, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, man. I'm gonna do my best to try to get to a watch party, man. So if you guys know any watch parties going on in Omaha, Nebraska, man, let me know. Let me know who's showing the game. Who's showing the game, guys? Yeah, this is a game that I looked at this past weekend and I said, that one right there. That game right there. I'm not missing that. Let me know. Who are you guys going to go for? Again, today's best matchup. I mean, there's other matchups as well, but do I care? The only concern that you guys should have today is France and Senegal at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. So, for those that maybe get to go home for lunch, maybe you might want to take, an extra 30 minutes. Again, especially in New York. Woo-hoo-wee! Hey! Oh my gosh. How about this, man? I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. Oh my god, I can't believe it. No, the only reason that I'm smiling is because the last time that we saw France play, at least as the global world, was during the AFCON when they beat Morocco. Come on, go talk to somebody else, huh? But yes, they beat Morocco. That was the last time. And then now we get to see them. Huh? We get to see them. Give me a moment here. I mean, I need to make sure my headphones. All right. I think yep, there we go. But yes, if you don't have anything to do this afternoon, go ahead and check out France and Senegal. It's gonna be one hell of a game. How about this, man? I'm excited. I need to calm down a little bit. It's Tuesday, June 16, 2026, here on the Diaspora Show, 97.9 The Culture, where hip-hop and R&B lives. I'm DJ Cadero. It is Top 10 Tuesday. We're bringing to you the top 10 Afrobeat hits of the week. Before we get into that and our African proverb of the day, allow me, not you guys, allow me to calm down. We're going to hit you guys with a quick music break. Just one song, not 2 songs, not 3 songs, just one song. We'll play something nice while you still have your grandparents in the living room and kitchen with you, huh? Before you tell grandma and grandpa to get out. You're gonna watch France and Senegal, grandma, huh? You relax. This music break is brought to you. I know that producer, can we silence this for a little bit? Yeah. I know that usually I play Afro beats to you guys, but this is the show for the African diaspora. It's for you. So this artist I discovered just recently. He goes by the name of Monrovia. His real name I'm not going to try to pronounce, but he was born in Liberia. Actually, the capital, Monrovia, Liberia, and he moved to the United States when he was 7 and adopted by an American family. And he got to learn bluegrass and folk music. Believe it or not, yes, we have a Liberian that does folk music and bluegrass music. So I know this is 879, the home of hip hop and R&B, but we're going to play some folk mixed with bluegrass from a man called Monrovia. Again, he named his own band after the capital of Liberia. You can go ahead and check out his stuff. I think it's pretty good. You guys let me know what you guys think of it. I'm DJ Cadero. This is the Diaspora Show. It's Top 10 Tuesday on June 16, 2026. Only on 87.9, the home of hip hop and R&B. And today, it might be the home of African bluegrass and folk. This is Monrovia, Heavy Foot. I'll be back after this. Don't go anywhere.